Hello, human beings. We were backstage and somebody said, when is Leo coming? I said, we don't need Leo, we got Asia. But in case you're keeping track, I'm told by reliable sources backstage he's getting here at 9:15. And also with my intrepid reporting, dinner is going to be served after me and Asia, in case you're wondering, when do we get to eat?
I was wondering.
Yeah, you were on that. But I'm very curious about you, Asia. Just before we get started, I want people in the room to understand what a badass this woman is. So allow me to just give some of the stats, just so everybody understands your extraordinary legacy. Here you go. You are one of the most dominant and complete athletes of your generation. Yes, she is. Feel free to do the tambourines. We got tambourines just for you because we know what they mean to you. You can talk about that a little later. You were the first player in league history to win a championship, Finals MVP, League MVP, and Defensive Player of the Year, all in one season. You now hold 4 League MVP titles, 3 WNBA championships, 6 All-Star selections, and the Rookie of the Year award you nabbed right out the gate, and not to mention not 1, but 2 Olympic gold medals. Take a bow. I think Nike said it best, guys, last night. Only a magazine can cover her. Put your hands together for a Times reigning Athlete of the Year, Miss Asia Wilson. Okay, Asia. So first I'm curious about, when did you first find out that you were going to be Time Athletes of the Year? How did you find out? And what did you think? Of all the athletes, they picked you. What did you think?
Honestly, don't remember. I feel like it was recent. My agent told me, and my jaw dropped, only because, you know, when you think about all the great athletes in this world and how much work and time they put into their craft to be so successful and to have Time say that I'm the Athlete of the Year.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, it was truly a blessing. And this year was a roller coaster of events.
Yes.
But I'm so grateful that this can be the cherry on top of my year.
It was a roller coaster of the year, but we'll get into that in just a second. But what fascinates me about you, Asia, is that as a kid, you didn't want to play basketball. That surprised me.
Yeah.
You know, I was that kid too that didn't want to play basketball, but nobody wanted me on their team. I have very clear memories. You know, when you're a little kid and you're picking teams, and it comes down to the last 2 people. This probably never happened to you. And somebody said, we had Gayle last time, you get her this time. I'm still scarred for life about that. That did not happen to you. But as a kid, his name was Wayne Biasetti, but I have no memory. But true story. But you didn't want to even play this game as a kid. How come?
Well, first I didn't like to sweat.
Oh.
I was not a girly that liked to sweat. I felt like I shouldn't have to sweat to, you know, do anything.
Okay.
And I wanted to be a couch potato. I wanted to just live a normal life. But my dad played overseas for a lot of years. I don't even know how many years. And I wouldn't say he forced me to play the game, but basketball was always around. Like, I couldn't escape it. And I finally had a moment to go, and it was early morning on a Saturday. And I'm like, why am I here? Like, here I go sweating on a Saturday morning. Like, who wants to do that?
Not sweating on a Saturday,
like, that is disgusting.
As opposed to Wednesday.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I fell in love with my teammates and just the camaraderie that we had when we were winning. And I was that kid where I didn't do anything, but I was the first one to grab the trophy because I was a winner. So yeah, that's where I started to really fall in love with the game. I just loved being a part of winning. And now I sweat for a living and it pays my bills and I'm grateful.
Yes, yes.
I love sweating now.
We are very grateful. When you fell hard.
Yeah.
I like what you said about, you made it a reference to the season, you know, that it was a bit of a roller coaster. And at some point, you know, things weren't going your team's way. And on that tape, which cracks me up, I'm very, very curious to see what Coach Staley says about that. But you said you don't want to coach and you don't want to be a commentator when it's over. But in the middle of the season, when things weren't going well, you sent out a text to your teammates early in the morning that said, but you had big loss, if you're not embarrassed or angry, then don't show up tomorrow.
Absolutely.
That sounds like a coach move to me. And the coach didn't send that, you did.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like it needed to be said. I feel like when you have a goal, and for us in the locker room setting, one rotten apple could tear the locker room apart. And I feel like the Aces, we have built so much culture and no rotten apples.
Yeah.
But also, when you're comfortable, you kind of don't feel like you have to communicate as much because you know that person, and you're like, oh yeah, I know they're going to do their job. But sometimes people need that And we didn't have that And it was up to me to give my teammates that.
How was it received? Number one, were you worried before you sent it out that they might say, wait a second?
Well, I wasn't necessarily worried because I was like, okay, it can either go two ways. Either I'm going to be happy because my teammates are on board, or I'm going to the gym with fire coming out of my ears and looking like a mad woman, cussing out everybody because this needs to be done. So when I sent this,
says a girl who doesn't want to be a coach, but go ahead.
But when I sent it, and my teammates, I had the perfect response. They were like, no, you're right. Like, let's do this. They started sending the exclamation points, the hearts. And that's when I knew this is what a championship locker room looks like. And Coach Staley would always say, championship locker rooms have a certain feel, a certain sound, and you need that, and a certain look. And we didn't have that. We didn't have that at all. We didn't look like it. We didn't sound like it. And it dang sure didn't feel like it. But after that message, you can tell that people were like, no, I have to hold myself accountable. And I was grateful that I was able to do that.
Yeah, and then when you won.
Oh, girl.
Oh, what a feeling.
Man.
Girl, what a feeling. Because listen, the two playoff games were very, very tight.
Oh, my goodness.
Very tight.
Yes.
Heart stoppers if you were watching.
Yes.
And then you ended up, it was a sweep. But take us there.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a crazy turn of events because in our first two series, I mean, we went.
Time Magazine was watching Miss Athlete of the Year, but continue. Go ahead.
We went to the last game of every series, and it was just, I mean, we couldn't shake loose. It was just like every game was just a nail biter, and it was people's blood pressures were through the roof, including myself. And then when we got to Phoenix and we had an opportunity to play, it was one of those feelings of like, we win in this. Like, there's no other choice. It's our time to do this. And I had tons of fun doing it. I mean, I got to celebrate with my family, my friends, everyone in between, that we can bring another championship to Las Vegas.
Yes.
I mean, that's literally our culture. It's what we are built to do. And I'm glad that we were able to do it. But that feeling to go from, I mean, we were 14-14 at All-Star. Like, we were the middle of the pack team, like middle of the pack, barely trying to make it to playoffs. And then
you won how many in a row?
16, girl.
Yeah, okay.
16.
Yes, I heard
streak.
you. I heard you. I heard you.
And we just kept climbing, and just never lost hope in our locker room. And I think that is bigger than the trophy that we hoist. It's the belief and the hope that we always had in our locker room. We never let that escape us.
You know, I like what you said about we knew that we were going to do this. The other part of your badassery is right now the league is involved in collective bargaining agreement.
Yes.
It's been extended twice. I think the date is January 9th.
Yes.
You said we are not going to leave the table until we get what we want.
Exactly.
So I want to know what you want and why you think you're going to get it.
Absolutely. I mean, the biggest thing we want is just money.
Yeah.
We want money hello,
Yeah.
everybody in this room want money.
Yeah.
But you have to negotiate.
But you want to
that.
be paid fairly. It's not even, yes.
Literally, we just want fair compensation in the right way, and and for us that looks like revenue share. I mean, the players make the league go, and we should be treated as such. We've earned our way. We've worked our way to exactly where we are, and this is a transformative time for us, and we must capitalize on it. And I think that is something that we love to do at the W is bring a seat to the table and sit there until we get what we've earned. And I think what people fail to realize that, yes, the money is what we're talking about, but also the workspace. There's a lot of teams in the W that don't have practice facilities.
Yes.
Like, we're professional athletes,
yes.
and some of us don't even have practice. I'm lucky enough that my owner was like, no, we need to do this. But it's little things like that that we have to continue to bring it to the forefront. And we're going to continue to do that and stand on business. And it's not just for us right now. I mean, yeah, I'm going to reap the benefits, but I'm 8 years in. Like, my career is like, okay, I'm at my prime, but it's to the end. This is for the next generation of WNBA players that are walking up into our league. And it's like, hey, no, we're taking this torch and we're going to continue to pass it.
There was a little bump in the road with the commissioner. She says she didn't say it, but there are some people have the phrase of women athletes, or women in general actually, should be thankful for what they have.
Yeah.
And to that you say what?
I would be thankful, but I'm greedy. I want more. I'm going to always be thank you, but at the same time, I want more. I'm going to want more. So yes, of course, I'm going to always be thankful and grateful. But
I don't even think it's being greedy. I think it's about being paid what I'm worth and what I deserve. Absolutely. I really do.
Yeah, I'm greedy too.
In all, yeah.
I wanted to.
In all things. In all things. I want to go back to you. In terms of being a role model, what it means. LeBron James says this about you. Asia Wilson is the definition of female black excellence. I'm so grateful she's giving my daughter the kind of inspiration I got from Michael Jordan and Ken Griffey Jr. But he also says this, it's not about what I see in her, it's what my daughter sees. I think Zuri's 11. Yeah. It's what my daughter sees in her.
Yeah.
What does that mean? I mean, take LeBron's name out of it, but a lot of people feel this way about you. What does this mean to you?
It's the reason why I do what I do and why I love what I do. And people always ask, well, how do you do it? And what is it? It's for the youth. It's for that young girl to just give a chance to believe. And I always say, if you can see her, you can be her. And if I can be that, if a young girl can look at the WNBA or me and say, I just want to do that, that's the reason why I love what I do, and I'm not going to stop doing until I feel like, yes, we're in a good space. And yes, we have some time to go, but that's the real trophy. Like, that's the real championship ring, is when you're able to leave that legacy for young boys and girls to just believe that they can do it their way. I feel like we're in a world where it's got to be cookie cutting. You have to talk a certain way or look a certain way or do certain things. No, do it your way. And I think that's kind of what makes me go.
No, you said, no one has ever done what I've done, and people really need to understand that.
Yeah.
What have you done? I love the confidence of that.
Yeah. I let me see. Just in this season.
She's like, where do I begin?
I'm going to say, just in this season, I was the fastest player to score 5,000 points. Only WNBA player with, four-time MVP.
Yes.
I don't even know. We won the championship. Yes. Defensive player of the year, co-defensive player of the year, but still defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
What else? I feel like, I have a scoring title. I led the scoring title, the league in scoring title again. And like, that doesn't happen often.
No.
And so I'm so grateful that my team put me in a situation for us to be that successful in a time that people doubted us. And I think that's what makes it sweeter. It's like when you're the underdog and you still show up and still crush it, and it's kind of like, what more can they say?
Yeah, I love this stage where you are in your life, because you talked very candidly about struggling with mental health.
Yes.
You were with your dad once, and you were having a bit of a moment where you thought, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know how I can get through it. You've talked about struggling with your mental health. How do you navigate that? How do you keep that in check for yourself?
I think the biggest thing that helps me navigate it would have to say, I just feel the feelings. I understand that some days I can be on the mountaintops, but some days I'm in the valley. Yeah. But in other days, I could be right there exactly where I need to be. And when I'm able to feel those feelings and just process those and know that they're real feelings, it helps me out a lot, because we're all going to have some days.
Yes.
And we're all going to have great days. But if we can find that healthy balance and understanding that it's okay to feel that way and it's okay to not be okay, I think we can take it to the next level. And I think that's where I found it. And I find it in my family. I find it in my village that continues to just not necessarily tell me things that I really want to hear, but things I need to hear in moments that I need them the most.
Have people that tell you the truth.
Yes.
You know, I love it when people's personal life and professional lives align.
Yes.
Sometimes you're doing great professionally, personally not so great. Sometimes professionally not so great, or sometimes they're both a shit show. And sometimes when they're both together, they're soaring. You know, I was at a thing yesterday. Taylor Swift has a documentary coming out, and they had a small little private gathering. And I said the same thing to her about when your professional life and your personal life is so in sync. And I'm referring about you and Bam, of course, who's also a professional athlete. How do you two navigate when you have two superstars in the house?
Yeah, it gets very competitive.
It gets competitive?
Very competitive. But I think the biggest thing we do is just communicate. Like, we just really have real conversations that's outside of our profession, which allows us to show up as our true selves. And I'm so grateful to be able to say that I've met my match, that we're equally yoked. It's times where...
He says you're his twin.
I know that is my twin, 100%.
Yes.
But it's been a great just relationship for us to grow and build, and we give each other grace, because the way our seasons are lined up, it's really no time for us to have vacations. It's very hard for us to show up. He's absolutely mad that he could not make it tonight, and he's also mad that there's branzino on the menu, because that's a favorite thing. But it's like we give each other grace, and we just show up for each other in so many ways, and it's hard. It's very hard, but at the end of the day, we believe in each other's, and we're.
But you both of you said this about the other, that you both make each other better.
Yeah, 100%.
I so love a great love story, because I'm looking to, is he here? Where he at? Is he here? But I love that you can both say to each other, we make each other better.
100%.
You know, there doesn't seem to be jealousy. I know there's competition, but it's not I want to kill you. It's like you want to make each other better. Absolutely. On and off the court.
Yeah,
I mean, so lovely.
When you're talking about a truth teller, it's Bam. Like, I feel like he's probably the only one where I'm like, all right, now hold on, I'm still Asia Wilson up in here. Don't get it twisted. But sometimes you need that. Your
mom and dad are here. They're truth tellers too.
Oh my goodness.
They're truth tellers too. So I know they're very proud of you. I mean, and you and your parents together, you started the foundation, but this is what I like. As part of the foundation, you have something called the Unapologetic Girls Summit.
Yes.
what do the Wilsons do? What does that
Yes,
mean?
we bring in about maybe 75 to 100 young girls in high school, like 8th grade, going to high school, and we literally teach them about adulthood and sisterhood, and we teach them about financial literacy, about their mental health, their emotional health, their bodies. What else, Mom? Sorry. Oh, yeah, I said that, financial literacy, yeah. But also just giving them vision boards and letting them write their goals, and I love that because I didn't have that growing up.
But I like it's unapologetic. And I'll end with this because it was just announced today. The Met Ball is a big deal here in New York City. That her badassery continues because the co-chairs are Beyonce, Venus Williams, Nicole Kidman, and then they have a host committee of another roster of superstars, Sabrina Carpenter named one, and Asia Wilson. Now, I know you love fashion. We can tell by looking at you. Are you already starting to think about what you're going to wear?
You know, not yet, but I got to give myself some time. I got some time to think about it. But
have you been to the Met Ball before?
No, this will be my first one. I was supposed to go last year, but I had a game. I had to work.
You had to work, yeah. But
we won a championship, so I'm like, the sacrifice is good. Now it's my turn.
But it means something to you. And what is it that you want that you don't have?
Everyone asks me this.
Because you seem to have on the outside looking in, you seem to have everything.
Yeah. I mean, there's like a Nickelodeon, like, Kids' Choice Awards.
Yes?
So I want an orange blimp. I really do. I don't know if I want to get slimed, but I want an orange blimp.
I think that can be arranged. And when we were coming out here, guys, and they were playing the tape, and it showed the buzzer beater, and you said, "Oh God!" Every time I see that tape, what does it do for you?
It gives me chills. It's incredible. Every GOAT of any sport has that type of moment, and I didn't have that moment until that time, so I still kind of get chills a little bit. It's
okay.
surreal.
Before we go, we have a special question in the audience. Where are you? Special question, Coach Staley, please.
Goodness.
First of all, Asia, we are your village. We're soulfully proud of you. Like, deep in our soul, we are proud of you. You represent us well.
Thank you.
But my question is, we often see people that go from average to good and from good to great, right? We have seen your greatness over and over and over again. Yeah. The peons over here and us want to know what's the secret sauce of being great, like outdoing yourself each and every year.
The secret sauce?
Of outdoing yourself.
Outdoing myself? Oh my God, that's a good question. I mean, I'm gonna try to put this in the most politically correct way I can put it.
Don't be politically correct.
I'm crazy. Like, I am crazy. But I'm crazy in a good way because I'm crazy because I want to be great. And the only way you can be great is if you're consistent at what you do. And sometimes you got to be a little crazy. Sometimes you got to step in rooms and break down walls and shatter glass ceilings and wreck the table to get what you want. But I will do that every single time. And every single day I step foot on that court because I've worked so hard to get to that point. And I can't let anyone think that they're better than me. I just have that I just want it. I'm like, I don't even want to give you a chance to believe that you're on my level. So I have to constantly stay above that level. So I'm insane. I lose my mind sometimes. If you see me on the court and I'm stumping and I'm screaming, I literally don't remember doing any of that. But I feel like that's the secret sauce. You just gotta be a little pinch of crazy. I'm not a pinch. God really poured it down on Asia. But it's some craziness up in here, but that's the secret sauce.
The secret sauce is a little bit of crazy. No, and we should say that you and Coach Staley, another badass, have history.
Yes.
When she's playing a game, guys, she says the only time she checks her phone is at halftime to see if you hear something from Coach Staley. That says a lot.
Don't get it twisted. She's crazy too. She's a goat. She's a crazy goat too.
No, that crazy goat told you don't blend in. Don't blend in. You need to blend out, stand out, and you do. Bravo! Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you.